right, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play the next segment of the video that has to do with this portion for today.
See, I've shown examples at the top that show you what it is that we're adding. You want to add a space underneath the brow line for where the eyes will go. This is the last step in the process, and once you've gotten this down, you got the basic head shape. If you're interested in more worksheets, I do have an 11-page PDF that is available on the same page that you got the free worksheets that has heads from different angles. I made this PDF to make sure that I have a way of practicing heads from different angles on a regular basis. I strongly believe in building systems of improvement to make sure that you have an easy way to practice things that are difficult, right? So setting up a system where you're essentially forced to do things that are slightly outside your comfort zone on a regular basis will allow you to grow immensely over a long period of time. You want to think of your learning as compound interest, right? Even if you do very little every single day, it will add up a lot in the end. So once you've done these worksheets, make sure to take time to draw from reference, use whatever tools necessary to improve.
I'm going to pause this for a second. So when you draw these tilts, you're looking, oh, this is an ellipse. I'm slanting that ellipse. Oh, this is a diagonal line. Therefore, this is a parallel diagonal line. Pay attention to the little details, how the line is slanted. That's what I'm going to be grading you on and comparing. Are you really giving looking time and drawing what you see in front of you, which is on your agenda, all 18, okay? These are tiny little sketches that you're doing on a page. A lot of you are drawing them too big. These are supposed to be little tiny thumbnail sketches, smaller than your thumb, okay? So keep that in mind. You're trying to put all 18 on one piece of paper. So map out 3 columns on your paper and map out where you're going to draw these different things. So I'll demonstrate that in just a few minutes, but I just want to kind of get you thinking, you don't have this worksheet, most of you. So how to plan it on the paper is something we need to work on.
Your drawing ability. That's it for this tutorial. If you're interested in more of these worksheets and more of these types of tutorials, stick around. I'll be doing the rest of the human anatomy just the same way that I've done this. I'm going to have free worksheets available for you guys. So make sure to stick around. Thank you guys so much for
Okay, so somebody brought that to my attention yesterday, and so I want to address that today. Let me turn on my little camera. I'm going to walk you guys through it. You're going to need a new piece of paper. And so everybody's going to be doing this with me. Let me just clear up some space and we'll get started. If you have a blue color pencil, get your blue color pencil out. So I have my paper. I need to zoom out. Sorry. Come on. And I'm going to make this larger, full screen. Sorry, noisy and annoying. Trying to get this whole thing here. Here, this is better. I'll just move the camera. So here's my paper. When I was looking at let me put a side-by-side of what it is that we're drawing today. Let me see if I can make this a little bit smaller. Hold on. I'm going to pull up what we're drawing today. The eyes. See how it's 3 columns? I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so that we can see what I'm talking about. There we go. So there's 3 columns and there's 5 heads per column. So I'm going to draw that with you right now. And I'm going to try to make this a little bit smaller. Side by side. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So what I have here is my paper, and I'm just going to kind of draw 3 segments. 1, and it's not perfect, that's okay. 2, 3 segments. Okay? And then I know that I'm going to need 5 boxes, not 4, 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the middle. Watch me first. And I'm just going to make roughly this size here across. So I'm mapping out in this box the middle. And then I'm going to do a line up here and then a line down here. So now I have 18 boxes ready to roll to draw my heads. Okay? So I have to look at the first one on the far left, this one right here. By looking at it, I can see this is a round right here, and then we add the ellipse and then the jaw. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to draw the head. I'll lower this so that I can get a shadow on it. And then I'm looking and I'm making that little ellipse shape right here within the head. And then from there, I have to do the cross. And I'm looking to see where I would add that jawline. The jawline goes right about here. I'm going to go over this with my sharper, darker pencil. And then I could do that little cross curve reference. And then I'm really giving looking time. How am I going to slant the eye segment here? And you can always make adjustments. It's important that you're giving looking time and you're making adjustments as you see fit. I notice it kind of slants out and then it goes back in. And then I have to pay attention, where am I putting the neck? It's not perfect, but the more we do this, the better we're going to get at it, right? It's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. And then there's a shadow that I got to add in. So you're redrawing this over and over till you get good at drawing faces. So that's the first one. Any questions so far? Did we find this helpful for mapping out and fitting everything on one page?
Yeah, Ms. Brown, this was actually really helpful.
Great.
The video was, and everything you helping us too.
Good. I'm going to continue drawing. The next one is another circle. We always start off with the circle. And then I have to figure out where that ellipse shape is by really giving looking time to the one on the agenda. And then I have to figure out where the X is. This time it's kind of like a slant like this. Without this X, I can't figure out the jaw. So I'm going to kind of map that out. It kind of turns your circle into an egg shape. And then I notice that the X mark is very curved this way, and then it goes down the jaw. So I'm really giving looking time to what is posted on the agenda. And then I lightly sketch with my pen, and then I go darker to make something stand out more, detailed. And then there's a little shadow of the jaw right here. Now I'm going to do the next one. Another circle. And it's a circle within a circle, but more towards the side. And drawing the X. This is going to make you a very strong artist. And then that X drops down to the jawline. And then like so. And I notice there's like a little curve right here of the jawline. And then I start with the eyes again. Kind of goes in. Really pay attention to the eye details. That's what this is about today. Draw exactly what you see on that agenda. That one doesn't have a neck for some reason. You're going to get better and better because you're practicing this. Another circle here. This time, just going to outline my circle when I'm happy with it. And then there's an ellipse that's diagonal right here. I feel like this isn't in focus. And then this is a slanted line, a diagonal. And another right here. You got to give looking time and study the movement of things. Then I notice this goes in and it goes out. Draw that jawline. This one's a really hard one. Ooh. I need practice at this. That's okay. I'll get better in time too. Mine's not perfect, but I make adjustments and I do what I gotta do to try to help with the shape. I always make corrections if I don't like how something is comparing to the other. And there's one more on this column that I need to work on. Circle. Ooh, this is an interesting one. It's got a ellipse like this. And the circle kind of goes skinnier on this side. You got it, Maria?
Yes.
Thank you, hon. There's an X like this. So we're mapping out where eyes belong in this. This is a really good exercise for you. So a couple people, I think, came in late. If you want to give me your first and last name, I can help you out. Anybody else? Anyone else coming late? Okay.
My
So
name is now Diego.
Diego. Okay. So we mapped out how to get 18 heads. So you do 3 columns, and then you do the center segment, and then we added a line on the top and a line at the bottom here to make fit 18 slots, so you could fit this all on one paper. Some people were struggling to fit it on the paper. So that's what I went over earlier in this video. And then I'm just drawing my 18 by giving looking time and examining what I see on the agenda. It's a lot of studying and giving looking time. How to drop this down. So the X is the ear, which helps you figure out the eye segment. This is how you become a strong artist. Heads are not easy. Any shadows? So I'm going to go ahead and set up the proof of practice while you guys are working on this. I see somebody wrote in the chat, which is annoying because you guys have voices and I don't read the chat often. Jimmy, I don't know what me means. Can you turn on your microphone and explain yourself? I don't know what that means. Huh?
I'm here.
Oh, and you thought that writing in the chat was how to get your thing fixed? No. You need to talk, just like everybody else. I don't want to teach you guys to be wallflowers and just disappeared fake students with black screens. I want you to interact in class. All right. So I went ahead and cleared that for you, Jimmy. I'm going to create the proof of practice, and you guys have the rest of the period to work on this. I'll go ahead and stop the video. If I can figure it out. Haha.